Hi everyone, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day today. Hope you had an amazing Mother's Day weekend celebrating all the awesome moms in our life. So grateful for mine. But we also had another phenomenon over the weekend that was pretty cool. The northern lights were visible for the first time in 20 years right here in our great state of Oklahoma. How many chances do you get to see that, right? So, me and my mom had heard nothing about it until that night, Friday night, on the news. And it was around 5 o'clock when we first started hearing about it. About 10 o'clock we started seeing people's social media posts where they had seen them and posted beautiful pictures.
Yeah, they were already starting to post already. It was on the news too. They were talking about it, but
yeah,
about that time we started seeing a few people here and there that had gone out and actually seen it. And some places just, like Bixby, Sapulpa, different places just outside of Tulsa where people were kind of being able to see it from even their backyard in some cases.
And they were really sweet pictures, so I'm like, that's awesome. I love to see something like that. So I'm like, that's awesome. So even though we had to get up early the next morning because we had somewhere to be that morning, being an awesome mom you are, after the news, we look at each other and we're like, let's go. We might be missing a little sleep, but how many times in your life are you gonna see the northern lights? I'll be a little tired. It'll be worth it, but it'll be awesome to see it. So, we live right here by 169, so we know we have to get out from the light pollution and all that stuff because they said all you gotta do is get out where it's dark.
Yeah, just get out where it's dark.
So we're like,
we'll just drive north of 169.
We're like,
get past Owasso.
So we're like, sweet, easy peasy, lemon squeezy,
maybe an hour and a half at the very most.
And so we're like,
looking at the beautiful sky.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, we'll go see it. It'll be awesome.
Get some cool pictures and come home.
Come home, get some cool pictures, and come home and go to bed. So we drive out past Owasso, get out from the lights. We see nothing. We're looking out the window. I'm looking out the sunroof. I'm looking at you. I'm like, Mom, do you see anything?
Yeah, I think you asked me that question about every 3 minutes at one point. I thought I was going to have to put you outside the van. I kept saying, Sean, if I see something, you'll be the first to know. I see nothing. You were looking out the sunroof, out the side. Yeah. We were looking out the windshield. We stopped. I looked around.
We stopped and looked around. You stopped and looked around because
there was nothing. Nothing.
If you saw something, you were gonna get me out. But you saw nothing, so we keep driving. We go to Uliga. Alright?
Nothing.
We go all the way through Uliga. It's getting darker and darker, and we keep driving, and we're like, surely we gotta see something soon, right?
But we didn't.
So we see nothing.
So now we're in Talala.
We keep driving outside of Talala. We still see nothing. All the time see nothing, not a thing. Zero. And
so we just decided to drive a little bit further. Just because we've already driven this far, so we thought we'll drive out a little bit further. We've got to be able to see it someplace.
Yeah.
We're just not in the right spot or something. We're just not seeing it. So where do we get to next? No water. We're in no water now.
Yeah.
And we still have seen absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing this whole time.
This is with stopping and looking, getting back in, driving further. We get on the other side of Nowata,
Yeah.
and we're thinking now that this is kind of crazy.
We're thinking, oh, this is kind of crazy. We're laughing at ourselves. We're thinking we can't believe we did this. You know, just kind of chuckling to ourselves. But pretty
We
soon,
were just looking now for pretty much a place to turn around. Past Nowata, I'm thinking this is crazy.
yeah,
We're already gone much longer than we had planned on doing it. It's obvious that it's either not out there or there's something going on that we're not be able to find it.
yeah,
So we're thinking, and about this time, isn't that about the time we saw that the state or the highway sign that said the
Yeah.
Kansas state line was just ahead a few
Yeah.
miles?
Yeah.
So
so we see the Kansas State line, the Kansas State line in just a few miles. Well, you know, we see there's all kind of rural roads, but because we can't see them real good, we don't know what they're like. We don't want to stay groovy, boondocking, and I think it ends on anything happening. So, you know, we just decided.
it was
okay,
too dark. If you remember when we were driving along there, it was so
Yeah.
dark. It was so dark in places that if there were any northern lights up there for us to see, we'd have seen them.
Yeah.
It was so dark that you couldn't even see the little rural roads,
And Brian,
little roads off of the highway.
Yeah.
Where people probably live off in there, or I don't know what's off in there, but there's something. It was too dark to
Yeah.
really see, and I was afraid to.
the groovy
Well, we didn't know for sure because of all the weather and the rain and everything we had.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the conditions of the road were.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was off down in there. If there'd be a good place for that we could turn around, and that's what we were planning on doing.
Yeah.
So we just decided that the first place that we could see that had good lighting, that we'd
We were
turn
gonna-
around there.
Yeah.
And where was that?
We saw that we were at the Cherokee
Yeah, all of a sudden we see this
Nation.
giant sign.
This is
Cherokee Nation Casino.
in South Carolina.
And I didn't even know where that was at first. I had to Google it real quick.
Yeah.
I was like, where in the heck are we?
And we realized, oh my goodness, we're in Kansas and we still don't see
I haven't
nothing.
seen a thing. I haven't seen a thing. So we turn around and drive home.
Start the long trip back home. And you know, we get
We're still looking occasionally behind us,
to see if we see anything.
but not a thing.
And we get home, I think about 1,
It's between 1:30 and 2.
1:30, 2 o'clock. Mind you, we still gotta get up early in the morning.
Yeah, we've got about 4 hours sleep now. So
Yeah,
I get you in bed.
yeah,
I get in bed, and I just thought real quick before I fall asleep, I was going to look at the cell phone real quick on Facebook and just see if anybody else had seen
had any
anything.
luck.
Well, what the deal was. Yeah, why we didn't see anything.
Yeah,
And that's when I saw that guy's post, had some beautiful pictures, but
Yeah.
he was sharing that if anybody wanted to go out there and catch it, that what they need to do was use their cell phone camera, but put it
night mode, wasn't
night, yeah, night mode. And then because of the filtering,
it? Yeah,
our naked eye
can't pick it up, I guess.
doesn't always pick up the northern lights. So that'd have been nice. That would have been a nice
Yeah.
tidbit of information to know before we took off.
Which they didn't cover that on the
I
news or
heard-
any of the posts we saw before we took off.
Yeah, before we left, I saw nothing.
Yeah,
So anyway, we go to sleep.
and all the while you're like, we're never.
Yeah, I told Sean, I said, we are never, ever, ever going to do that again. That's crazy. We've
Yeah.
taken off before to see other things in the sky, and every once in a while we were successful, but sometimes we didn't see anything. So I thought, this is just another one of those crazy things that we had been doing that we just didn't see nothing. So the next day, we get up early,
We go do
Go-
what we gotta do.
go to that breakfast, and then come home.
We start seeing all this stuff
Yeah.
on the news.
All day long, off and on, you're hearing everybody, all this coverage about the
Yeah.
wonderful northern lights and how beautiful and spectacular were,
Yeah.
and about how Saturday night you could still see them. There was still a chance to go view them, but
Yeah.
they
There was
moved
a small problem.
they moved the window instead of 10 to 2 like it had been Friday night. Now it was from midnight
to 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. And
And
it was just 10:30 at night that we were watching the news, so
they said there was also going to be cloud cover too.
Yeah, that was-
cloud cover in the area.
yeah, limited visibility possibly too, just because of the cloud coverage, but there was still a chance to see it. So, and because we are both certifiably nuts,
And because of the wonderful mom you are on your Mother's Day, when you started your Mother's Day when you could have been sleeping.
yeah, I could have been sleeping. But instead, I knew that you'd want to see him if
Yeah.
we could. So
So you go get yourself dressed and
I
you say,
go
"Let's
get
go."
dressed. Yeah, I go get dressed again.
And just to decide she wanted to go this time, so we all pile in the van.
Yeah,
We take out the same path. Past Owasso, Uwagal,
got into Talala.
Talala.
Still nothing
Still nothing. See nothing this whole time.
but
Still-
clouds.
But clouds. You know, and we're thinking, but we have our cell phone this time. We should be seeing something.
Oh yeah, I stopped many times and got out, held it out the window even as we was driving, held it up through the, there was nothing at all out there to look at, except dark,
Yeah.
dark, and more dark,
Yeah.
and then clouds.
Yeah,
Clouds.
More clouds and dark. So we decided, you know what, this is ridiculous. We spent over 5.5 hours in the van all total between the 2 days and drove a lot of miles.
About 250.
Drove a lot of miles and saw nothing. So,
We decided to go ahead and turn around and just come on back home.
yeah, because
Call it a loss, but we went through Collinsville because we knew Johnny lived out there. Of
Yeah.
course, it was way too late. It was the middle of the night. We knew we weren't going to see him, but we decided just to cut through Collinsville and see if
and
maybe...
see if we could see anything on the way back.
Yeah. And we didn't.
We didn't see nothing at all. But, you know,
Got back on 169, went north.
we got back.
South. Went back south again. And
Yeah.
occasionally looking behind us. And I'm still trying to...
hoping.
I'm trying to salvage something here.
We got hope. We got hope that we can see something, you know.
But there was nothing. And
Nothing.
Gypsy was tired.
Yeah, she was ready to go home and go to bed.
Yeah, we'd been gone about 2.5 hours by this time.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
So we get all the way home.
We got all the way home and we didn't see nothing. But you know what?
Well, do you remember what I told you about the next time you hear of anything?
Oh yeah, the next time anything happens like that, it's gonna have to land in our front yard, and then we'll go outside and look at it.
Yeah, if there's northern lights or anything really spectacular, it's almost just going to have to land in our street or right in the
Yeah.
front yard. I'm not going to drive out looking for it.
Yeah, no more of that.
But I did see that on the second night there was a lot of people didn't have success seeing it. So we weren't the only ones, but we tried. We
Yeah,
tried.
we try.
Taking a road trip any other time like that
Would have been awesome.
might have been a little bit, might have been even fun had it not been in the middle of the night.
Where everything was closed and
Everything's
nobody
closed.
was moving around.
It's dark. Most
Normal people were asleep.
That's right. That's right. Let's stress normal people because we obviously don't fall in that category.
But Mom, what do I always say about normal?
It's just a setting on a washing machine.
That's right.
That's
baby.
right.
Just a sitting on a washing machine. Well, all this got me thinking today. It's a lot like life. Sometimes you have a goal or something you want to reach. You try, you have all the knowledge. You try to push forward. You have all these goals and dreams, but it just don't quite work out the way you want to. But I believe we can find the good in everything if we look for it. You and I learned that we were crazy.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there was something to take away. I think more than anything is that it was an experience. It was kind of a crazy,
Right,
another
adventure.
crazy experience. So we didn't really have success seeing the Northern Lights at all this weekend. We're really happy for those people that did get to see it, even if it was just through your cell phone. But we knew they were up there. So,
yeah, we enjoyed laughing and having fun and trying to see it.
Yeah, and just kind of laughing at ourselves more than anything. So we did find some humor out of it. The fact that we spent, 2 nights driving around in the dark, in between little towns off of 169 that, maybe we don't normally drive all the way that far north, so
we know what's out there.
We know what's out there. We've got a clear path there now. We know exactly how to get there and back. So,
and Ruby did a good job of getting in there. So I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is look for the positive, look for the adventure in life. Thanks so much for listening to us. God bless you.